30 Odd Minutes is sponsored in part by Digital Dowsing. Who are you powered by?
For the next 30 minutes, we will explore the unexplained. From mysteries beyond our galaxy to ghostly phenomena in our own backyard. We will dive into our psychic abilities and explore everything from conspiracies to the just plain weird. Welcome to 30 Odd Minutes. If the truth is out there, we will find it. But only by sheer accident.
Welcome to 30 Odd Minutes Live. Listen, I don't know how I got here, but I'm happy to be here. And if you don't watch 30 Odd Minutes each week, I fly over the mothership across time and space to bring you all kinds of stories of the paranormal from all walks of life. But I do want to check in with our crew live if I could. Andrew, are you there?
Chef, what happened? We were cruising along and all of a sudden you were gone. If I hadn't put that homing device in your beer, I wouldn't have found you. Yeah, you'll drink anything. But no, I'm trying to find out where you are. Can you look around? Can you tell me where you are? Can you?
I think I'm at the Chicago Ghost Conference, Andrew.
Chicago Ghost Conference? How did that happen?
I'll tell you what happened. I transported Jeff down to the place that scares him the most. High school. Yes, welcome to Carl Schurz High School. You know, I'm sick of being locked in this lab. It's about time I put you into exile while I work on my evil plan.
Jeff, I've locked in on your signal, but our material...
I didn't know this was part of some evil plan.
Blocked.
All right, let's meet the crew, our illustrious panel tonight. Coming down the line, Ursula Bielski, the founder of the piece.
Hey!
From Chicago Haunted Ghost Tours, a million books about Chicago ghosts, what's under the bed, all kinds of great stuff. Ursula, can you tell us a little bit about the haunting behind Carl Schurz High School?
Well, it's interesting. The investigations first started this year by Midnight Paranormal Society, so they're in the very early stages, and they encountered some interesting things, including the spirits of what they believe are children, leading some of the investigators to think that this may have actually been a hospital at one time. So it's a very old history, so let's interesting stuff going on.
Children in the school, that's fascinating. I'm just kidding. Oh, sorry. No, that's good. Robert Murch.
Yay!
Robert Murch is chairman of the Ouija board. He invented the Ouija board in 1891 and has the largest collection. There is no resource on earth with more knowledge of the Ouija history and its uses and all kinds of great stuff. Murch, your first time in Chicago, right? This is my first time here. What do you think? I love it. It's a little cool. Sorry. Hey, now tomorrow you're going to be presenting on the student Ouija board, right? Absolutely. Tell us everything. No, I'm just kidding. Real quick. Give us the 30-second overview from 1890 to today.
People played it, they got scared, and then they moved away.
Wow, he's good. He is good, and that's why he's the best. That's why he's the best. All right. Linda Godfrey. Linda's one of the great cryptozoologists. She knows everything about monsters and things that bump in the night, especially around the Great Lakes region. Weird Michigan, right? And Weird Wisconsin, and so many other great books. Tell us about a cryptid here in Chicago, besides Dave Schrader right next to you.
Well, there are these werewolves also known as millions of that keep coming up out of the sewers. They crawl to the public parks. We
This Radio from Paranormal Challenge, and now also working on Ghost Adventures. You can see him on the website. Dave Schrader, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Well, the lights up on. Thank you. And Dave, not your first trip to Chicago. No, I grew up here. You grew up here. Well, not right here. No, you were down the road with me. If only your mom was here. There she is. Your mom's here. That's people aren't sure if they should applaud or cry for her. No, you're still on the old apron string there. And how old are you? Tomorrow? 47. 47. Tomorrow is his birthday. We applauded for baby this morning. So, do you have a favorite Chicago ghost story? Yeah, actually, one of my very favorite moments was, when I was on an original tour back in the late 80s, and we went to the Whole House, and we were taking photographs, and I had taken a picture inside the window of Whole House. We got the photographs back, and for those of you that remember, there was a time in our history when we used to take something called film, and we would bring it to places, and they would give us pictures back, and we'd give them 24 exposures, and they would give us back 18 pictures. Somehow that mystery has never been resolved. They pulled the new ones out. In one of the pictures, my buddy hands it to me, and he goes, "Oh, this one's screwed up," and he throws it across the table, and as it spins towards me, I realize when it stops, first of all, it just looks like this milky haze, but when it stops moving, it's actually a hand reaching towards the window. And we tried to reproduce it to see if maybe it was the way our camera was taking the picture, but it wasn't. It was a hand from inside the Whole House reaching towards the window. So that's one of my favorite Holy Fleet minutes. Yeah. Now, another Chicago local, Chris Fleming. Ghost hunters, silver ledgers, and what else is coming up soon, right? Can we announce it? No. Okay, nothing else. I can't tell you. Chris, you're a Chicago local. You must have a favorite Chicago local story.
Well, geez, the Bachelor's Road was the place that I was going to all the time. And also Cuba Road, which I spoke about this recently, was the hearse. When we were in high school, we would go to Cuba Road, and there's stories about hitchhikers and other stories of people who were killed. Some of them just urban legends. But we stopped in this graveyard and took my recorder out, recorded the graveyard, and got some EVPs. We drove around, Cuba Road for a while, came back, and as I got out of the car and proceeded to the graveyard, all of a sudden this car pulls up behind us. So my friends are yelling, "That's Mr. Becker." So I got back, jumped in the car, and it was a hearse that was following us. So I freaked out. As we take a turn, the hearse disappears. So that's my story.
I love that. And this is such a great city. All right, and finally, guys, Scott Gruenwald from an episode of Paranormal Challenge, Paranormal Paparazzi, The Spoon, and a little earlier tonight you saw him give a talk. If there's a court to review the paranormal evidence, you must be a court jester. I am. I've been voted jester 5 years running. Did an angel just get its wings? It's Santa. Santa's been on me for days. Have you been to Chicago before? As a child, I was here. Second, third grade. That made your life story. Okay. Then my parents were killed. Are you serious? No, I thought that we were from San Diego and his son was well, I'm glad you're here. Scott, do you have a favorite haunted maybe outside of Chicago? You know, I think the Wolf Manor. Not anymore. No, it's gone. They leveled it. Wolf Manor in Clovis, California, which is what I first we were working on Ghost Adventures. I saw you there. And yeah, so but this Wolf Manor, a lot of trouble with it, right? It was. It's been since Todd actually bought this place. It's been nothing but really an anchor for him to grow actually as a person. So it became a big paranormal content, and because of the rest of the people who were involved in it actually got some mistakes. Things like that in their lives. Sam was doing for different times, and now that the building is demolished, 101 now. 101, and now that they're building trying, they're free. We're free. And one day we'll let you do. Excellent. Well, thank you. All right, folks, I gotta be honest. I'm a little freaked out being back in high school, and I'm gonna just check into the answer, see if we can get me out of here.
Jeff, I've locked in on your signal, but our materializer isn't working. It's being blocked from somewhere inside the mothership. I'll be on it and I'll get it fixed. Man, being sent back to...
It's too cool. Let's talk about high school a little bit. It's, I think we all have high school memories, right? you investigate this school yet?
I have not investigated the school yet. Never.
The night is young.
Yes, it is.
How would you go after building this big? How would you kind of pick apart on it?
Well, there are definitely certain areas that activity has been reported. One of them is in the gym area where we have our Vendors Expo tomorrow. So people will have a lot of...
Put the vendors in there?
Yes, we did. Also, the library is a place where I've heard tonight that investigators have, even tonight, walking through the school, have encountered a lot of audio nature things. So that'll be an interesting area to check out too.
Excellent. Very cool. Chris, have you got your second meeting? Have you got any impressions since walking into the high school here?
It's funny you say that.
Are you hearing that? And that just means that, are you hearing that too? Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. A buddy of mine was saying we walked in and very heavy feeling and a little bit aggressive too. So I'm trying to figure out what that is.
It's high school.
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
So it's weird. So on the mothership, we've got a mad scientist, Dr. Dreck, that you've seen, and it appears he sent me down here to exile. I'd like to find out why, Dr. Dreck.
I sent you back to high school because high school is cruel and oppressive. I remember once when I fell asleep in study hall. When I woke up, I found that they had written "kick me" on my eye patch. All day long, people kicking me. I didn't know why. But I'll tell you what's going to happen now. I'm going to produce the world's most entertaining show, and everybody's going to fall under my spell and be my slaves. I'll have the...
Alright, that's alarming. Ursula, let's talk about your high school memories. First of all, what did you look like in high school?
That's me on the subway in New York City in 1983 with my 16 candles like that.
So, high school was an awkward time for all of us today.
We were just chatting about that.
Were you with the ghost in high school?
I was actually. I was just at elementary school the other night talking to some kids preparing for their history fair. And when I was 15 years old, I did my history fair project on Graceland Cemetery. And there was a parent-teacher conference called because they felt there was something wrong with me because I was interested in dead people. So yeah.
So, but isn't that interesting? You know, I think we grew up around this stuff. We're interested in it as kids. We're still working on it now. I mean, was it something different about you than everybody else, or do you think it's just an interest that we fostered?
It is. I think there are a lot of things that went into it, and I think, you know, most of us in the ages that we're at, I think there was kind of some bravery involved in pursuing it because it wasn't cool back then like it is now. It's also cool now.
Right. They are really cool. But, you know,
so back then, it's something you didn't really talk about.
if they can see us now. All right. Bob Murch. Now, in high school, I imagine at the very least you had hair.
I did. Yeah, there we go.
Look at you in high school. Check for weird science. Wow, I never told you that before. All right, so what were you like in high school?
As weird as I am now. I played football. I was, an average American.
Were you into Ouija boards?
I was fully into Ouija boards, so in 1985, 1986, when we were comes out.
Tanya Kane?
I was not interested in her.
No, because
I'm gay.
you're gay. Does your husband know you're gay?
He has an idea.
Yeah, I met his husband. Right. Murch and I have traveled over the world now, and tomorrow I'll talk about some of our hijinks along the way, but it's great fun. Who would have thought that being interested in a board game would get you plane tickets to all over the place?
So, yeah, we had an opportunity, Jeff and I, to go to Sydney earlier this year, and we were in Australia doing our thing, and it was really fun and scary to be with Jeff for 23 hours at a plane.
Yeah, well, sure. Be with me 24 hours anywhere. It's kind of scary. All right, Linda, tell me about your high school memories. I'm sorry we don't have a picture of you in high school. But
Perfectly all right.
you're probably thinking like, you didn't get one, did he?
Yeah,
Or
that's
did he?
what I was thinking.
What were you like in high school? Were you into monsters and hairy guys?
No. No, not really. I was sort of into UFOs
There is nothing like a cave, nothing in the world. Sorry.
That's okay. No, I was a little young combination girl that's singing the French song. And they had me
Do it.
Except, but I do have to say, you were talking about those cougars. I would take
Jeff, I found the problem. It's Dr. Drek. He's gone more mad than usual. I think he's going to try and melt all the brains of everybody in the audience tonight.
Seriously.
I'm on it, Jeff. He's a mad genius, but he usually forgets something really.
Right. I got my best man on it. He's my older man. Some people have a whole entourage of paranormal. I don't. I have an Andrew, and he's in a spaceship far away. Really far away. All right, so what is it about paranormal? What is it about the paranormal culture, Scott Gruenwald, that you find both offensive and alluring at the same time?
It is the first. It's like there's so many groups, and the fact that if somebody doesn't really have a group, or if you go to a paranormal convention, you see somebody saying, "I like stuff," to you, some of favorite creatures stuff. I hate to run to that, but still, so many different people for different energies, so it really makes me sick to my stomach.
No, nothing. You know,
that's it. Really, absolutely.
Chris, I know you've been doing this a long time. How have you seen the paranormal change as far as acceptance of the general population, and of course, you know, to this level, the confidence in itself?
Well, you just answered the question. I mean, obviously, it's grown tremendously. Going up in the 70s, the first got Paranormal, it's that crazy, documentaries would pop up once in a while on TV. And then the industry, most haunted things, most understood, just a slew of other shows that came out, spreading the awareness of the interest in this and rolling all over the world. It's nice to see that. Of course, science isn't fully accepted it, but I think that we're paving the way for science to start to pay attention.
And Ursula, what about you? Because what's interesting is I know you started a psychical research society here in Chicago, right? Now, psychical research, that was ghost hunting before ghost hunting, 100 years ago. Tell me why we're going back to that now.
Well, I think with all of the emphasis on ghost and haunting investigation and all the TV shows and stuff that you're seeing now, I think we've really lost track of the idea that a lot of this stuff started out really focusing on human abilities, people's abilities in EFT and clairvoyance and telepathy and precognition, and just those innovative ideas that people used to have to try and test in and try to relate to things. So we get together and we just think of ideas and we test them out and we really back to focusing on that, the innovation of it, and trying to really get more in touch with mind.
And what somebody can do that is Murch. I've watched you become a lot more popular in the last few years talking about Ouija boards, which it doesn't get more told than that. What do you think of the Ouija board? We just may not widely get popular again.
I think that we see all the technology that's out there today, and you and I have this experience of me too, where we're in this crazy, creepy place. It's super dark, and there could be a million ghosts around the corner waving, but no one sees them because they're looking down at their technology. And you go there to be touched or hear something, see something, and with the Ouija board, and with the Ouija board, it's a very personal experience. You put your hands on it, you hear it move, you feel it start to work. You're part of it as opposed to just kind of sitting back and watching the technology work for you. So I think people are getting more interested in it because it's protecting. We all
The ship's going to crash.
Linda, how about you? Cryptozoology, is it changing? I know we haven't had some breakout hit, and nothing's Monster Quest. We need like the Zach or the Jason and Grant of cryptozoology. Are you ready to get your own reality show and get out there and really, take this to the next level?
Well, there are a lot of projects similar to what you're describing in the Murch that might so you might see one. I don't know if I'll be in it or not, but
I want to see you wrestling a Sasquatch.
yeah, as long as juvenile one, that would be okay. Yeah, but there's a lot of new equipment being developed. I think that the drones that can fly anywhere over the forest might be something that once they figure out how to use it, that might be a game changer. And then also the little like cameras that go right up on your glasses, so you don't have to pick up the camera, change the mode, so that you just tap it and it's got a picture of whatever you're looking at. Because that's the biggest problem with people seeing these things and not getting a picture in time. Time, that few seconds when it processes
device is ready. As soon as I press this button, the mothership will be under my complete control, and the world and all its people will become my brain-melted slaves. This is my moment, my time. Hey, what happened? I can't see anything. My lab's lost total power. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we're all set, Jeff. I cut the power to Dr. Dreck's lab. The mothership's all set and back to normal. Meet me out back and I'll beam you on board.
Thank you, Andrew. All right, folks, we are out of time